take a moment and think about the future. What comes to your mind? Space travel, robots, hoverboards? What if I told you all of those things already exist? This is Did You Know? So most of us have already heard about 3D printing, but did you know that it's used for more than just making fun little doodads? Most of us remember that warning from the beginning of movies that said, you wouldn't download a car. Well, that may now be possible. The company Local Motors is actually printing cars at this very moment. Although they do look a bit weird, 3D printing has also found its way into medical applications. In a process called 3D bioprinting, cell patterns are created using 3D printing and biomaterials. This process has already made some successful artificial organs. Lost a limb or have a dysfunctional organ? Well, just print a new one. Well, maybe not quite yet. Give it a few more years. Robots, killer death machines trying to enslave mankind, or helpful little servants to make our lives easier? Well, luckily today's robots are more helpful than hostile. We all know about those one-task robots that are in factories that are just programmed to do one thing, maybe like move a little piece of metal from one thing to another, or put a cap on a bottle or something. Pretty boring stuff. But how about an all-purpose robot that has intelligence? Meet Osmo, a multi-purpose robot that can actually learn new tasks on its own. It also knows how to walk, run, detect objects, communicate, and interact with humans. It even recognizes faces and addresses people by name. What an incredibly intelligent robot! Ooh, whoops. Maybe should have worked on walking upstairs a bit more. I'm a pretty good comedian. A stand-up comedian. Take that, Osmo. Alright, so we all remember the hoverboards from the Back to the Future movies. Well, now they actually exist. Well, not exactly the ones from the movies, but we do have hoverboards now. Anyways, the most successful one so far holds the world record for the furthest distance traveled by hoverboard. It traveled a whopping 275 meters, although it does sort of look like a guy just standing on a drone, you know? Either way, at least it works on water. Take that, Marty McFly, not gonna be getting stuck on water anytime soon with this hoverboard. Anyways, there are other designs that aren't quite so noisy or large. The Hendo Hover actually looks pretty awesome and it uses magnetic fields to function, but since it works using magnets, it doesn't work on every surface. Not quite the all-terrain hoverboard from Back to the Future, but close enough. Virtual reality technology. We all know what this is. It basically allows you to immerse yourself fully in a virtual environment. And right now, the most common use of this is, of course, gaming. Gamers can equip a VR headset such as the Oculus Rift and just immediately immerse themselves into a new world. To some, this may feel surreal and frighteningly realistic. And users have reported getting similar sensations from virtual reality as they would in the real world, such as riding a roller coaster. It actually feels like you're riding a roller coaster, you know? It actually feels like you're there. But of course, virtual reality has other uses. In the military, virtual reality can be used to train soldiers. They can be put in simulated scenarios where they can learn how to properly react to certain situations with minimal risk. But of course, virtual reality is getting much more advanced every year, so who knows where it'll go in the future. Similar to virtual reality, we have augmented reality. It's kinda like virtual reality, except it just augments the real world. This means that you can see the normal world as if you're looking through glasses, but the headset renders new features into your peripheral. So an example of this is you may have a blank wall, but as soon as you put on an augmented reality headset, you'll see that wall is like a really big TV screen or like a movie screen or maybe like a Skype video call. And that's exactly what Microsoft aims to do with their new HoloLens. So the HoloLens is an experimental augmented reality headset that aims to change the way that you compute. This incredible technology has a long ways to go, but with what Microsoft has recently shown, HoloLens is already a mind-blowing experience. Space technology is always emerging with new and incredible ideas. One amazing technology recently came out of the Planetary Society. They're developing something they call a light sail. This is a small little cube satellite that can travel through the cosmos using energy straight from the sun. This device is about the size of a loaf of bread, but it has a sail that expands to 344 square feet, or 32 square meters. Basically, it gets its momentum from photons shooting out of the sun. These photons hit hit the light sail and bounces off, giving the light sail some thrust. Of course, it'll be pretty slow at first, but over time it will accelerate exponentially the longer it's in space. In contrast to traditional chemical rockets, this is actually an extremely cheap and efficient way to send probes into space. Most of us have been in that scenario, getting stuck in a traffic jam thanks to someone causing a pileup on the highway. If only the car itself was smarter, because we all know most drivers sure aren't. Well, we're in luck because they finally have fully functional self-driving cars driving on the roads right now. These autonomous vehicles require no driver and they can safely navigate to a given location. So you're probably thinking, how can these things possibly be safe? There are so many situations where you'd only expect a human to be able to deal with. Well, self-driving cars only need to be better than humans at driving, so it isn't exactly that difficult. The cars are equipped with a load of sensors that can help drive the cars safely and make informed decisions. These sensors can sense everything from adjacent cars nearby to leaves on the road. So exactly how well are self-driving cars at driving? Well, they've driven over 1.7 million miles and they've only been in 11 minor accidents. And funnily enough, the 11 minor accidents were actually at fault of the other driver just being dumb, and not the self-driving car. Last but certainly not least, we have wireless electricity. The possibilities of this technology are shocking to say the least. Anyways, wireless electricity would allow you to power any electrical device without the need for those pesky cables. You can charge your phone while it's in your pocket, or mount a TV on the wall without having to worry about hiding the wires. It's truly amazing that this technology already exists, and that it's getting more and more advanced every year. So this is wireless electricity in action, powering a TV and charging a phone at the same time. So how exactly does this work? So this works through something called resonant energy transfer, essentially converting electricity into magnetic energy and then back into electricity. So you'll have a transmitter that converts electricity into magnetic energy. The magnetic energy can travel through the airwaves safely, and then on something on your phone it will be tuned to the same frequency as that transmitter, and it can convert that magnetic energy back into electricity and charge your phone. Just imagine having a transmitter in your house feeding power to every electronic device without any cables. Thank you guys all very much for watching. Let us know what technology you're looking forward to in the comments down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed. And if you want more awesome videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.